Hello agents and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Due Process. Developed by Giant Enemy Crab, Due Process is a 5v5 PvP tactical shooter game that just went into its open beta phase on Steam. The game isn't labeled as an early access game and is not listed in the search results at the request of the developers. This is most likely to ensure that the developers are getting an audience of dedicated players who know what they are getting into, and the game is not treated as a finished product quite yet, especially in the reviews. The core gameplay loop is what you would normally expect for such a tactical shooter. 2 sides, 5 players per team playing rounds of roughly 2 minutes, 6 rounds per match when playing casual mode. The game encourages you to be tactical and to focus on teamwork as much as possible. Similar to most recent tactical shooter games like 0 Hour, Due Process provides you with a tactical map that you can use during the deployment phase to coordinate with the rest of your team, with voice chat, or draw on the map to set waypoints, make sure everyone is on the same page when the time comes to breach and reach your objective. Due Process also features a resource management system. In short, you can choose between several weapons and gadgets to use during the match, but everything lost during the battle, if you died for example, is gone for good. So use the resources wisely and discuss what to use with the rest of your team before taking the risk of wasting your most valuable items. And there should be a connection between the tactics you will be using and the items you will be choosing. The most dedicated teams or clans should be coming up with various tactics, each with race specific requirements in terms of items depending on what you want to do on attack or defense. However, that's where Due Process spices things up a little bit, since the maps will change every week using procedural methods with in-house tools, which means that your tactics might not always work, and there should not be a fixed set of waypoints since they are likely to become obsolete the next week. Instead, focus a lot more on the methods that your team uses to communicate and approach challenges. The levels are still being reviewed by their level designers, who also edit a few aspects of the levels before they go live on Steam with a client update. But this obviously will make the gameplay quite interesting, and it will also increase the replayability of the game by quite a lot. I also think there could be a great opportunity here in the future to make those levels more dynamic with special conditions and challenges, creating some sort of events that would work pretty well with a season system. Due Process already includes 2 game modes: casual mode where players play 6 rounds, and a rank mode with a best to 9 rounds setup, allowing the developers and the community to support a more competitive scene for this game. In more details, Due Process currently includes about 16 weapons like SMGs, ARs, shotguns and various sniper rifles, 5 different gadgets like wires, flashes, grenades, molotovs, smokes, options to breach using explosives, and much more. Last but not least, the game has a pretty unique art direction, mixing saturated colors, retro textures and the cyberpunk style, all of which is making Due Process pretty interesting, especially with its synthwave soundtrack. There is actually a lot of potential for this game to have a rich lore on top of the core gameplay, similar to what we have in games like Overwatch. We will start playing Due Process at the R.O.D.E Foundation, and we will most likely do a beta version review once we've spent enough hours in the game to make a proper assessment. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this quick introduction of Due Process, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to support the R.O.D.E Foundation YouTube channel. If you already have the game, please let me know what you think about it in the comments below, or just let me know if you're thinking about buying the game in the comments below as well. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.